Hi, good evening, everyone. If you can hear me properly and can see my screen, can you please give me a thumbs up in the message in the WhatsApp group? If anyone is facing any issues, you can let me know here. The answer to the question you need to give in the Google form. The Google form has been shared separately here in the group. You will find that in the description of the group. Okay, seems like everything is fine. So, in case of a tie, we will look into the timing of the submission of the answers. No, don't need to submit the form every time. You will have to submit the form after the 20th question. That is after all the questions are over. Small spelling mistakes are fine as long as we can understand what is the answer. But major goof ups won't be given marks. Yeah. Any other doubts? Time would be counted like after the final question is over. You will have 1 minute to submit all the answers. Okay, seems like everything is fine. I will give 1 more minute for any doubts, and then we'll be closing the group and starting the quiz. No, that time won't be corrected. Mostly these would be small one-word questions, and in one or two questions you would have to give the funda, but basically it would be a very simple funda, so don't need to worry about that. Okay, so all the best, everyone. I am closing the group, and let's begin. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Killer Bollywood quiz presented by Quizarc. So this is uh, this is our Bollywood themed quiz. We had come up with a cricket based quiz, the gentleman's quiz, a few months back. You can find that quiz in our YouTube videos, and this is our Killer Bollywood quiz, a Bollywood themed quiz. Let's learn a little bit more about the quiz and Quizarc. Okay, before that, let's know what's at stake. So there is a cash prize of 2000 rupees for the winner and 1000 for the runners up. So the stakes are quite high. And obviously you need to subscribe to our channel for more such live quizzes. We keep coming up with live quizzes on different themes every now and then. So stay subscribed to the channel. As we've been knowing, we are Quizarc on Instagram, and we have recently started a new channel on Instagram. It's called Movies Arc, which is quite related to this to the theme of this quiz. So in Movies Arc, we will be basically sharing trivia about movies and like movie recommendations. We have just shared 2 posts till now. So if you are interested in movies, which you obviously are because you have joined this quiz, so go on and give that page a follow. You would like the content in that page, and obviously Quizarc, where we share questions every single day, questions, tidbits, trivia, things like that. Okay. We also have a website, www.quizarc.com, on which we share the details of the upcoming quizzes and also some nitty-gritties of quizzing, like how to be a better quizzer, how to frame a question properly, things like that. So you can also give that page a visit, www.quizarc.com. Now let's move on to the rules of this quiz. I have already shared in the group, so I'll be very brief about it. You will have 20 questions. It will be a mix of text, photos, and audio video questions. I'll be presenting them on YouTube with hints. You have to give the answers in the Google form, which I have already shared in the group. You will find that in the description of the group. I hope you have filled up all the necessary details, your name, your Instagram ID, your phone number, WhatsApp number correctly. There is no negative marking. You will get plus 10 for each correct answer. The form will be closed 1 minute after the presentation is over. So you need to mark the answers in the Google form simultaneously when I am sharing the question. There won't be any reruns. I won't be repeating any of the questions. And in case of ties, the time taken will be given priority. The time taken means the time at which your Google form is submitted. Okay, that is after the 20th question. Some more information about this quiz. So I have purposefully made the questions a little vague. I have removed the proper nouns from the questions so that the true Bollywood fans get a better chance of winning the quiz, and not fans of OpenAI or fans of Google. Okay, and there are some obvious Google traps in this quiz, and I would hope that you would answer all the questions diligently and honestly, and not take help of any other technology. Okay, with that done, let's start with the first question of the quiz. Okay, you can see 3 images and a missing image here. So basically, there is a missing Bollywood movie which will fit this link. So I have kept all the movies in chronological order. The first one is La Femme Infidèle. It's a French movie. The next one is a Hollywood movie called Unfaithful. And the last one is a Tamil movie which is called Gande Hedanthi. Okay, and there is a missing link. There is a Bollywood movie which is missing from this list, and you have to tell me what is this Bollywood movie. That is your first question. Since this is the first question, I will stay a little longer in this question and then slowly move on to the next one. Okay, so that was the first question. Moving on to the second question of the Killer Bollywood quiz. 1970s Bollywood movies mostly comprised of the hero-villain narrative. In fact, the highest grossing movie of that decade gave us one of the most iconic Bollywood villains of all time. But in the year in which this movie released, another movie gave it a tough fight for the top spot. Made with a meager budget of about 3 lakhs, this movie didn't feature any villain, but it gave returns of about 20 times its budget, a figure that has not been bridged till date. You need to tell me which movie is this. So we are talking about the decade of 1970s in Bollywood movies, where you mostly saw movies about heroes and villains. There was some fighting involved and all that. In fact, the top grossing movie of 1970s is a movie which gave us an iconic Bollywood villain. But breaking that trend, there was actually a movie which was made with a budget of rupees 3 lakhs and didn't feature any villain. But this movie gave a return of about 20 times its budget. A feat that is unprecedented till date. You need to tell me the name of this movie. You don't need to tell me the name of this top grossing movie, but the movie which was made with the budget of 3 lakhs and gave a return of 20 times. Only the name of that movie will give you full points. Okay, so that was question number 2, the movie which gave a return of 20 times its budget. That's a great return on investment, right? Moving on to question number 3. It's a video question.
तुम जाओ और द्रौपदी को घसीटते हुए यहाँ लेकर आओ।
बड़े भैया, इससे अधिक प्रसन्नता की बात मेरे लिए क्या हो सकती है? अभी जाता हूँ और लेके आता हूँ उस घमंडी औरत को।
चलो द्रौपदी, अब टूटेगा तेरा।
द्रौपदी, लो बड़े भैया।
Okay, so the question is ID the actor who brings Draupadi to stage. I won't be giving any proper nouns. You need to identify that from yourself. You need to identify which movie is this. You need to identify who is the actor who brings Draupadi to stage. I will play the video once again.
तुम जाओ और द्रौपदी को घसीटते हुए यहाँ लेकर आओ।
बड़े भैया, इससे अधिक प्रसन्नता की बात मेरे लिए क्या हो सकती है। अभी जाता हूँ और लेके आता हूँ उस घमंडी औरत को।
चलो द्रौपदी,
अब टूटेगा तेरा द्रौपदी। लो बड़े भैया।
Okay, done with question number 3. There was a video question. You just need to give me the name of the actor who brings Draupadi to stage. Moving on to the 4th question of the quiz. This movie's dialogue writer was a Bengali whose Hindi was not very good. It is said that he wrote the screenplay of the film in English. Later, the entire screenplay was translated by a writer proficient in Hindi. He translated all the lines of the film but left one of the dialogues in English. You need to identify this dialogue, which later became the title of another movie. As you can see, I have removed all the proper nouns from this question. So you basically have a story in which one Bengali screenwriter wrote a screenplay of a movie which was in English because his Hindi was not very good. The screenplay was translated later by another person who was very proficient in Hindi. He translated all the lines of the film from English to Hindi, but he left one of the dialogues in English. It became an iconic dialogue, and later it became the title of another movie. You just need to tell me which dialogue is this, which is also the title of a future movie. That is question number 4. Don't pay much attention to the image. This is just a generic image which I have copied from the internet. Yeah. Question number 4, identifying a dialogue which later became the title of a movie. A very iconic dialogue at that. Quickly moving on to the 5th question of the quiz. This one also a bit in history. In the 1990s, an Indian writer who is famous in another field too wrote a novel about a Bollywood superstar who got badly injured while filming a mythological movie. This accident puts him in a hospital bed with thousands of his fans praying fervently for his recovery. You need to tell me what was the name of this mythological movie he was starring in. Obviously, this has some connection with Bollywood. This is a novel. This is a novel written in the 1990s by an Indian writer. And you can see that he is famous in another field. That is, his primary profession might not be of a novelist. He is quite famous in another field. And he wrote a novel about a Bollywood superstar who got badly injured while filming a mythological movie. This accident put him in hospital, and many fans of his prayed outside the hospital for his speedy recovery. You do not need to identify who the Bollywood superstar is or what is his name. You have to tell me what was the name of the mythological movie he was starring in. As a hint, I can tell you that this is something which connects the dots from the 1990s till today's date. You do not need to identify the writer. You do not need to identify the Bollywood superstar. You just need to identify the mythological movie in the novel in which this Bollywood superstar was acting, during which he got badly injured. That is question number 5. The next question will be coming up on your screen now. Okay, this is a connect question. As you can see, there are some cricketers on your screen. You might be wondering what are cricketers doing in a Bollywood quiz? But that is the link that you would need to find for yourself and give that in the answer. I won't tell you the names of the cricketers. I would just say that this is a lateral connect, meaning they do not go into the connection as themselves. That means if I I show you a picture of Sachin Tendulkar, he doesn't come into the clue as Sachin Tendulkar, but something else that he represents. Okay, so this is a lateral connect question. There are 5 cricketers on your screen, and you need to give a Bollywood connect. Just a few keywords would be necessary in your answers. Do not write long paragraphs explaining who is who, what is what, like that. Just a few keywords. What connects all these people? Since this is a connect question, I will stay on the screen for some time and let you figure out the answer for yourselves. So most of the cricketers you'll be knowing only. 4 of them are Indian cricketers and 1 is not an Indian cricketer. That's all the hint that I can give for this question. A lateral connection between these cricketers. Question number 6 is done and dusted. Moving on to the next question. So there are 2 fun stories associated with this song. The t-shirt that the lead actor was meant to wear in this song was not fitting him, and as the filming was in a remote location, he decided to go bare top. An electric guitar is prominently featured in this song, but it is not connected to any electric source. You need to tell me which song is this. Once again, the electric guitar is just an image I have pasted from the internet. It doesn't have any relevance to this question. The only things that matter are the 2 stories associated with a certain song. So the t-shirt that the lead actor was meant to wear in this film was not fitting him, and that's why he decided to go bare top for this song. And in this song, an electric guitar is prominently featured, which is being played by this lead actor, but it is not connected to any electric source. You just need to tell me which song is this. You do not need to identify the lead actor. You do not need to identify the movie. Just the name of the song will do. Question number 7, quite easy, I guess. In a Bollywood quiz, these are the type of questions that you might encounter. Moving on to question number 8. Okay, this is one of my favorite questions of the quiz, perhaps one of the shortest questions. The superstar learned this technique from the silencer. The player may disapprove of this. Put funda. This is a very cryptic question. So the words which you need to pay attention to have been marked in yellow. So these words are superstar, silencer, and player. So there are basically 3 people involved. The superstar learned something. He learned a certain technique from the silencer. And the player might disapprove of this technique or the whole thing that is in contention. You just need to put funda on what am I talking about. Once again, the image won't help you. This is just an AI generated image of a superstar which I just made yesterday. You need to pay close attention to the words which have been marked in yellow. Superstar learning a certain technique from the silencer, and the player may disapprove of this. Just the funda would do. Once again, as I said, this is one of my favorite questions of the quiz, so quite cryptic clues. I hope the real ardent Bollywood fans are able to crack this question. Okay, I think that's enough time for this cryptic puzzle. Moving on to the 9th question of the quiz. Another video.
Hey, Gia, 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 Dole. संभाल के एक दो तीन चार छः.
Okay, so there is a very prominent inconsistency in this clip. You need to tell me what the inconsistency is and explain the reason. Okay, I think most of you may have identified which movie is this. I will play the video once again. You need to first identify an inconsistency. Inconsistency, that means something which is not the norm thing, something which we usually do, but that has been done in a different way here. You need to identify that inconsistency and explain the reason. So this is a 5 plus 5 question. You will get 5 points for identifying the inconsistency and 5 points for explaining the reason. No, I will make it, yeah, that's fine. 5 points for identifying the inconsistency and 5 points for explaining the reason. 5 plus 5, I will play the video once again.
Hey, Gia, 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 Dole. संभाल के एक दो तीन चार छः.
Okay, I think the first part is very easy. The second part will be where you have to be very, very knowledgeable of Bollywood facts. Okay. Question number 9 is done. We are around the halfway mark of the quiz. Moving on to the 10th question. 10th question, once again, one of the favorite questions of the quiz. You see 4 images here, 4 brands, you might say, 4 companies. So you need to give a connection between this. This is a Bollywood quiz, so obviously we will be expecting a Bollywood connect. The 2 names which are quite visible here are Ford and Tata Tea. The other 2 you have to decipher from the logos. So my friends who are into business quizzing, you also have something to work out here. Find a Bollywood connect to these 4 brands, 4 companies. Since this is a connect question, I will stay on the screen for a few more seconds and then move on to the next. I will remind you to please mark your answers simultaneously in the Google form, because you won't find much time after the 20th question. In just 1 minute, you need to submit the form, because after that the form will be closed. Okay, so that is the halfway mark of the quiz. 10th question done and dusted. Moving on to the 11th question of the quiz. Another video question. Okay, so here you can see 2 people. They are recreating a scene, a very famous scene from a certain movie. You need to tell me from which movie is this scene being recreated. Just the name of the movie would do. You do not need to identify any of the actors or anything like that. Just tell me from which movie they are recreating a famous scene. I will play the video once again. Okay. So no dialogues, nothing, just some expressions, some actions from which you need to decipher the movie from which this scene is inspired from. That is the movie, the scene which they are recreating in this clip. Okay. Moving on to question number 12 of the Killer Bollywood quiz. Another video question. Okay, so you see a clip from a certain game, a video game. You need to tell me this game is based on which Bollywood movie. So you can see some people running around collecting coins, things like that. Quite the Subway Surfer type of game. You need to tell me this game is based on which Bollywood movie. I will play the video once again. So I have purposefully included a low resolution video so that some things cannot be done with the video. Yeah, that is question number 12. Tell me the name of the game. Tell me the name of the Bollywood movie on which this game is based on. You need to tell me the name of the Bollywood movie on which this game is based. Question number 12. The 13th question is on your screen now. When an ex-Prime Minister of India was shown this movie, he was really impressed with a particular song. He complimented the lyricist saying, "I have gobbled up the sun. Wow, you have written this part so well." Which movie is this? So we are talking about an ex-Prime Minister of India and a movie, a lyricist and a song. So he complimented the lyricist saying, "I have gobbled up the sun. You have written that part so well." You need to tell me which movie is this. You do not need to give me the name of the song. You do not need to give me the name of the ex-Prime Minister or the lyricist. Just the name of the movie. Once again, it's a generic image which won't help you with anything. You need to pay close attention to the part which has been marked in yellow. That is, "I have gobbled up the sun." Just the name of the movie. Question number 13. A pretty easy one. I hope the question number 13 is lucky for most of you. Moving on to question number 14 of the quiz. Another video. So this tune was used to introduce one of the most controversial characters in Bollywood history. You need to tell me which character. The tune which is being played was used to introduce one of the most controversial characters in Bollywood history. I won't give you a timeline. You do not need to identify the movie or the tune. You need to give me the name of the character who was introduced with this tune. I'll play the video once again. Okay, I think most of you have cracked this one. A pretty easy one, I guess. Now we are slowly moving into the final 5 questions of the quiz. Question number 15 would be coming up on your screen now. When you type in this iconic Bollywood dialogue in Google today, a date pops up. It says Fry 14 March 2025. Which dialogue needs to be typed in the search box for this result to emerge? So there is a Bollywood dialogue which, if you type in Google and press enter, it shows a date. I mean the top result. The top result shows a date. It says Fry 14 Mar 2025. You need to tell me which dialogue is this which gives a result which is 14th March 2025, Friday. No need to identify the movie, no need to identify anything else, just the dialogue. Just the dialogue would do. That is question number 15. Question number 16 coming up on your screen now. You need to identify this is a minimalist poster of which movie. So on Quizarc, we share a lot of minimalist posters in the questions. So this one again is a minimalist poster which you need to identify. This is a minimalist poster of which movie? If you follow us on Instagram, then you may have encountered this question before. Just a little help for those fans of the page who have been following us from a long time. Minimalist poster of which movie? Question number 16. There was a plain and simple one. No clues, no guesses. Just give me the name of the movie of which this is a minimalist poster. Moving on to question number 17. In a recent interview, a lead actor of this cult classic movie revealed that literally nobody went to see the movie in its first couple of shows, but it gained some momentum in the evening and eventually went on to spawn a franchise whose third iteration is currently in the works. You need to ID this movie. So in a recent interview, a lead actor of a cult classic movie revealed that the first couple of shows didn't see any audience, but this movie gained some momentum in the evening of the same day and eventually went on to spawn a franchise whose third iteration, that is third movie of this series, is currently in the works. You need to give me the name of the movie, the first movie that is about which this lead actor is talking about. Question number 16, or question number 17, this is question number 17. You need to tell me the name of the movie which is being talked about. Enough time for this question. Moving on to the 18th question of the quiz. The 18th question is perhaps the most difficult question of the quiz. So please pay close attention. You see three images here, one of a historic event, one a snippet from a movie, a screen grab from a movie, and the third is the logo of a very famous organization. So there is a certain connection between these three images which seem to be of a very different category. Like the three images do not seem to have any relation between themselves, but these three images will lead you to a person. And you need to tell me who that person is. As I said, this is, I feel, the toughest question of the quiz, so anyone who cracks this would would have to be a very, very ardent Bollywood fan. I will stay on the screen for some time. Three images, one historic event, clip from a certain movie, and one global behemoth, a global company. All of this together will lead you to a person, and you need to give me the name of that person. That is question number 8. We have come to the tail end of the quiz. Just 2 questions remaining. Once again, I will tell you to mark the answers in the Google form properly. Please bear in mind that you need to give the answers in the correct sequence. That is, the answer to the question number 18 should be under the slot marked as 18 and not at 17 or 16. That would create unnecessary troubles for us while checking the answers. So, moving on to the penultimate question, the 19th question of the quiz. The background score of this movie is quite extraordinary. Most of the film's background music is composed using traditional Indian instruments, which was trying to replicate the traditional and humble background of the lead character. But when it comes to the second lead, the music transformed into Western instruments like the piano to show the affluent background of this character. Which movie is this? So you get to know about a movie in which the background music plays quite a big role in determining the characterization. So for the lead character of the movie, mainly traditional Indian instruments are used, which try to replicate the traditional and humble background of the lead character. But on the other hand, when it comes to the second lead character, the second most important person in the movie, the music transforms into a Western centric tune. Western instruments like the piano are used to show the affluent background of this character. You need to tell me which movie is this. I won't give you any timelines or anything like that, no hints. Just try to work out which movie is this from this clue about its background music. Okay, the penultimate question is done. We have come to the final phase of the quiz, the 20th question, the final question, after which you need to submit the quiz in 1 minute. Will be coming up on your screen. The final question is a video question. Let's see what it asks.
जब विस्फोटक तैयार है भाजीगा
The final question is as straightforward as it can get. You see a clip in this video. You just need to identify the movie. You just need to tell me the name of the movie from which this clip has been taken. Plain and simple. Question number 20. I will play the video once again.
जब विस्फोटक तैयार है भाजीगा
Okay, so with this, we have come to the end of the 20 questions. I will start a countdown of 60 seconds within which you need to answer, you need to submit your answer, Google form. And then we will start another video in which we will be discussing all the answers.
जब विस्फोटक तैयार है भाजीगा
The final 30 seconds, I think most of you have already filled the answer. Okay, time is up. I'll be closing the forms now. Okay, so I'll be starting another live stream in which we'll be discussing the answers. So stay tuned in the group. I will be sharing the form shortly in 1 minute or so.